Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Sally, and here's her story. Dear Ollie, thanks for doing what you do. I've been crash coursing Narc info for 3 months. Your channel is such a valuable resource. So now, of course, my fat feminazi sister is getting involved in me setting boundaries with my dad. Here's what she wrote to me and what I wrote back. This is the same sister who got offended when I declined her offer to have my 8 and 9-year-old daughter and son for a sleepover during our recent and last visit down to Texas to see my dad. My children had never met my sister, my niece, or her husband before this. It felt very uncomfortable being expected to just turn them over to complete strangers. Anyway, here's the text conversation with her just today. I am calling her Heather the Hut because she has expanded beyond belief. Posted a picture on Messenger so you would see what I mean. I know it's not nice, but I'm done being nice to these people. Heather the Hut. Did you really threaten to never speak to Dad again over one of his childhood stories? Me. No. Over not stopping when I asked and thinking it was funny when I got upset. And it's not any of your business, by the way. I don't need graphic details on how he killed a cat. I shouldn't have to explain this to you either. Side note, I shouldn't have ended it. I should have ended it here, but I really wanted to reel her in and get the no contact set in concrete. She can't resist showing how right she is and how wrong I am. Me. Did he tell you about this or your mother? None of you seem to understand respect for other people's personal boundaries. I'm not going to accept this behavior anymore, especially from people who are supposed to care about me. Heather the Hut. He has told the story of the cat many times. It did not die, landed on all fours. I am asking because he was upset. This is a family who thrives on openness and honesty. I am one who when one gets upset, I ask the questions to get the full story. Hence why I asked you. If Ted had upset Dad, I would have asked the same thing. If you choose to do what you are threatening, you are repeating history. He is a good man who is not perfect. Take him as he is. Honestly, take us all as we are. We are an awesome family if you choose to be a part of it. And Dad told me not that it matters. Me. All I told him was this: Dad, I'm sorry to say this, but if you ever say inappropriate things to me after I have said to stop, I won't be able to talk with you anymore like this. That upset me very much, and you thought it was funny. Please respect my boundaries. You did the same type of things in front of the children several times while we were visiting. I feel I must be sure you clearly understand that I will not allow you to treat me this way again. That's what I said. I did not say I would break contact. I love my father. He did that out of the blue without being prompted. I did not ask about his childhood during that conversation. I kept saying loudly, Dad, stop. Dad, I don't want to hear this. The only time he looked into the screen was when he was finished. It was like he wanted to see my reaction and grinned at me. I only saw the top of his head before that. It was very weird and completely disturbing. He didn't even act like he was sorry for torturing the cat now that he's grown. I don't know why you would think that is acceptable behavior. If he's upset, he clearly has not expressed it to me. He didn't even apologize. I don't think he's sorry about making me upset at all. Heather the Hut. Sorry, lunch came. I know, he had me read it. That sounds like very Dad. And no, he is not sorry about the cat. To him, it is a funny story from his childhood. He was being Dad, pushing buttons to get a reaction. No, I don't think that is acceptable behavior. I just know it won't change. Me, I'm done talking with you about this. Dad and I just talked last night. He and I are adults. We don't need you intervening in what is between the two of us. Please leave me alone about it. As I said before, it's none of your business. If Dad wants to talk to you about it, fine. It doesn't require you to interfere. It has nothing to do with you. Heather the Hut. Or don't get insight into Dad by asking one sibling who will talk to you. By asking the one sibling who will talk to you. Got it? Side note, I have a brother. My dad wanted my husband and I to let him live with us over 12 years ago because Kaiser is in our area and Psycho Ted has diabetes. My husband would not allow it. Ted is very strange and probably a sociopath. Several years later, he went to jail for child porn. That's what Heather means by saying she is the only sibling that will talk to me. That and the fact I barely know him. He's 13 years younger than me and the golden child. He's now 38. He wasn't our responsibility. They don't get it. Me. Good. I forgot to ask. Do I get frequent flyer miles with this guilt trip? Heather the Hut. We have asked you to come out to see our father since he almost died. He had a quadruple bypass and a very rare skin-eating disease that almost killed him. You could not bother yourself. We asked you for 4 years and you could not bother yourself. Now you finally get off your ass and come see him and you treat him like this? You threaten him because he told a stupid story? Seriously? You asked me to stop talking to you about it and I agreed. Yet you continued this ridiculous behavior. Stop acting like you are better than any of us. Stop acting like you want to be a part of this family. You have to put in the effort. You have to care. And it is plainly obvious you do not. Remember, this is all because her father demanded to tell a story about torturing a cat that upset her. This is the sister getting in her face so the father can continue to tell inappropriate stuff. No, you don't have to put up with this shit. And then trying to throw it all on her that she's the problem. Really. And it is plainly obvious that you do not care. Why this matters and why I am involved is because he is not just my father, my blood, but my father in life. He matters. You upset him, you deal with me. Oh, God. I was trying to have a calm conversation with you, but no, you take those frequent flyer miles and stuff them where the sun doesn't shine. Oh, you're welcome for that line. Because that's exactly what it is. You called her on her bullshit. Okay, when you call the enabler then becomes the narc. You notice that? You notice that? Soon as you call the enabler, and this is all demanding that your father be able to tell you stories about torturing a cat. Really, really. Side note, 4 years ago, Dad had heart bypass and nearly died. Heather called constantly to say his condition was worsening and I needed to fly down until I finally arranged for childcare. Kids were 4 and 5 at the time and purchased a ticket. Finally, she calls us back and says he's getting better, so don't bother. Keep in mind I'm a stay-at-home mom and we are a one-income house. Me, congratulations, you've turned into your mother. Another side note, the stepmother is a screeching, malignant borderline with narcissistic features, Heather the Hut. Thanks for the compliment, me. It's clear you neither respect nor like me. I'm done associating with you. Have a great life. I sincerely mean that. I blocked her on Facebook and informed my father that I would not be talking to her again. I also asked him to please only talk to me if he has a problem with me. We'll see how long that lasts. Apparently, she was sitting in the house with my inappropriate father and the step monster during the entirety of this exchange. Your feedback would be much appreciated. Expose away. I will enjoy it. Sincerely, Sally Shears. Your father is just as big of a problem as your sister is. All your sister's now going to do is pump up your father to be worse towards you, which is, I think, what she wants anyway, to drive you away. All she wants to do is use your distance that you live as a guilt trip. The whole thing is a guilt trip. She don't actually want you to come to Texas. She just wants to guilt you over it. That's it. That's all the enabler wants to do. The enabler doesn't want you to actually do. They just want to guilt trip you. That's why she got so upset with that line. That's why I say it. Because when you say, pack your bags, we're going on a guilt trip, that's exactly, because it's an accurate portrayal of exactly what's happening. That's why she reacted so viciously to it. It's all about the guilt trip with the narcissist enabler. It's all about the guilt trip. And your father is enjoying all of it. Because all he wants to do is still be a sadistic fuck who says whatever he wants to people. And then your sister will go out and defend it. Your stepmother is your stepmother. It's all about the guilt trip. And that should be obvious. So, I hope that helps. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your story. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, or you'd like to set up a Skype chat, phone call, have a private video made, a Facebook chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video for someone who can't afford it, or just sponsor the channel in general, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. And if you're still unclear, wait for the instructional video link to pop up at the end of this video to walk you through all of that. Please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Bye.